The Australian story, no matter the chapter, is an adventure story. Ancient, action-packed, precious and proud. This week we are hitting the highway with our guide to the great Australian road trip. Where to go, when to go, and what to bring. Ours is a country of open roads and experiences wild and new. An adventure story that's yours for the making. For all of Australia's natural splendour, ours is a country and a culture born of the wide open road. Be it a lonely bush track burning through the desert, or a snaking two-lane blacktop hugging the coast and carrying the family closer and closer to some sun-drenched paradise, we are a nation of explorers whose love of the road trip knows no bounds. So, welcome to our guide to planning and perfecting the art of the great Australian road trip.
For most of us, Australia is the country of the long drive. And it was certainly that for me. My first journey of discovery was the 59 Falcon wagon, surfboard on the roof, mattress in the back, and off up the coast. If you're Australian and you haven't done the long drive, it's almost like something's missing. It's like a pie without sauce or flake without chips. It's like scrambled eggs without the toasted slice of white beneath. It's a rite of passage.
How cool are road trips? You know, I think it's just the sense of being on the open road, that sense of freedom and exploration. I remember my first road trip was with my family. I must have been about 9, I think. You know, it's on those types of journeys that you create the best memories. I know I've got some crackers, I bet you have some too, but maybe it's time to make some new ones. As Aussies, from the moment we are old enough to help Mum and Dad pitch the family tent, road trips have been built into our DNA. So when it comes to planning your next big adventure, your very first decision will be how long you're going for. If you've only got a few days or a week to spare, it's best to choose a region that can offer you great scenic drives and a variety of activities all in one area. But if your idea of the classic Australian road trip involves experiencing as much of the country as you can, then with 6 months to a year set aside, you can cover some serious ground.
I reckon that planning the big trip is almost as exciting as the big trip itself. But before you hit the road, you've got some decisions to make. Where will you be going and where will you stay once you get there? Australia has got some amazing holiday parks, and the best way to find them is to jump online. A great starting point is turu.com.au. There's a swag load of holiday parks there with all the details and more, and you can even make your booking. There's user ratings and reviews and lots of pictures to look at, so you know exactly what you're getting into before you even leave the house. Make sure you book well in advance too, and consider the school holiday periods. The very first bit of your planning is going to be based around the seasons, including the wet and the dry. You're going to have to take into account the road conditions, the crowds, are you going coastal or even into the outback? So you do need to be mindful of the time of year that you go. The wet lasts from December to March, so avoid the top of the country then. It'll be super hot and the road conditions just won't add up to a good holiday. My final bit of advice is, well, this is a self-drive holiday. That's the beauty of it. You can play things by ear if you need to. Yes, develop some sort of a schedule, but don't be afraid to depart from it if and when you need to. This is a holiday after all. Leave the pressures at home and get out there and see Australia.
Once you've done your research and locked in your holiday park bookings, your next big decision will be what wheels to take. Be it a caravan, camper van, or a four-wheel drive, the choice is important. Essentially, it comes down to the kind of mobility you want. balanced with the kind of comfort you think you'll need. My choice for a long trip would be to travel in a camper van, because whether you buy one or hire one, it blends all the best aspects into one vehicle. No towing, fantastic comfort and amenities, and more than any caravan or four-wheel drive with camper vans, you have total freedom.
The beauty of camper van adventures is that you can stop anywhere, anytime, and you've got your hotel room with you. How good's my pad? It's like my own hotel on wheels. I only have to unpack once. Got a bed, got a kitchen, got like full pantries, fridge. I've even got my own ensuite. So I know you're jealous. It's pretty cool, eh?
Next, your chance to win our $100,000 Ultimate Adventure Kit.